Paisley and Plaid are a trio that draws inspiration from around the world and around the corner. They sing about love, justice, beauty, and hanging out the washing. Weaving their voices together in gorgeous harmonies with guitar, ukulele and percussion, Paisley and Plaid are Steph Payne, Georgie Sinha and Alan Davies.
Good morning. Good afternoon. No, still good morning.
Still good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're Paisley and Plaid, and welcome to today's live stream.
The first song is one that I wrote. It's called The Reading Chair. I'm a bit of a bookworm, and I wrote this song about some of the great books that I've read. This old chair, with a coffee stain, faded from the sun, and flaky from the rain. Nothing more than an op-shop chair, but so many things have happened there, all in the reading chair. This is where Frodo lost his third finger, blood on the stone at the crack of doom, and where Raskolnikov took a deep breath, axe in his hand in the old woman's room, all in the reading chair. This is where Ahab found greatness and grief, down to the deep with the great white whale, and where Anna found her final relief as she flung herself down on the cold steel rail, all in the reading chair. There's the tree where Yasarian sat, eating chocolate-covered cotton in the nude, and where Huck Finn floated free down the river, right into the middle of a big family feud, all in the reading chair. This is where Tess lost her angel as the heavens open wide. This is where Silas lost his gold and found his life in the love of a child, all in the reading chair. This old chair, with a coffee stain, faded from the sun, and flaky from the rain. Nothing more than an op-shop chair, but so many things have happened there.
Yay! This next song we'd like to sing for you is a song that I wrote, and it's based on actually a chai tea recipe, which is Steph's recipe, and it's called Cup of Tea.
Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. yeah, come and have a cup of tea. Cinnamon and cinnamon, cinnamon and cinnamon.
Put the water in the soy milk in a big pot. Hold add the tea leaves and nutmeg broken up. Don't crush it too much or it is gonna be. Oh, you can taste nutmeg is super strong. Close slightly smashed a piece of cinnamon. Crush cinnamon or cinnamon. Cinnamon. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea.
I sip it, I say ah.
I sip it, I say ah.
I sip it, I say ah.
I sip it, I say. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Dissipate, 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 dissipate.
Turn the stove on low, let it slowly warm up. Stirring off, and then towards the end, add a cardamom pot, broken open so all the little seeds they want to come out. Honey and the ginger at the very end, so it doesn't dissipate, so it doesn't dissipate.
Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Come and have a cup of tea with me, yeah. Come and have a cup of tea. Thank you. The next song that I'd like to do is one of mine, and I wrote this in 2014, just before we became a trio. We were a duo, and we expanded with the lovely Alan. And I remember a gig that he saw us at. I was carrying my PA back to my car, and I put my back out, and this song is the result of that. I've tried writing profiles about myself and what I'm looking for in a single man, still stuck up on that shelf. Be kind and true, I shouldn't even have to say, but what I really need is help to set up my PA. Is it wrong that I'm looking for a lover and a roadie to set it up and pack it down, move that shit all over town, and then take me home and make dirty love to me? I don't want no gym junkie downing protein shakes, driving a sports car to show off the money that he makes. I need a man who does more than open doors. He's got to get to work right after the applause. Is it wrong that I'm looking for a lover and a roadie to set it up and pack it down, move that shit all over town, and then take me home and make dirty love to me? He should tell me I'm beautiful when he sees my smiling face, and I'll blush and say, shut up and shag me on a road case. Is it wrong that I'm looking for a lover and a roadie to set it up and pack it down, move that shit all over town, and then take me home and make dirty love? Take me home and make dirty love. Take me home and make dirty love to me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I appear to be emotional, but I'm not. My eyes are just watering. Do we want to do this?
You?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah. Look around.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, so this is another song I wrote many years ago, which brought back to life with Paisley and Plaid. And it's basically a song about, to my younger self, not comparing yourself to people and just be yourself. And it's called Look Around. Don't think you gotta prove yourself, that you've gotta be like someone else. Don't be afraid of who you wanna be. Come on, surprise me. Look around, do you think it's okay? Make a sound, you have your right to say. Look around, do you like what you see? Who do you wanna be? The crowd is moving, but where do they go? Look at their faces, their expression shows. Maybe they are onto something good, but where would they be if they only could? Who's to say and who's to decide? Who's gonna tell you what to do with your life? It's your play, it's your spotlight, and you can take as much time as you like. Look around, do you think it's okay? Make a sound, you have your right to say. Look around, do you like what you see? Who do you wanna be? Who do you wanna be? Who do you wanna be? Thank you. Short and sweet.
This is a song that we wrote together. We went on band camp and a few things went wrong on our weekend band camp, and so we wrote a song about it.
It's called Button Short.
We don't go by the book. We're dumber than we thought. We're smarter than we look. Turns out we're a button short. We're a button short of a cardi, a sandwich short of a picnic, a snack short of a barbie, a leg short of a chair. How many times have I driven this road? I barely need to steer the car. Chatting away, I miss my turn and went an hour and a half too far. Eyes are a button short of a cardi, a sandwich short of a picnic, a snack short of a barbie, a leg short of a chair, a pom-pom short of a beanie, a clown short of a circus, an olive short of a martini, a card short of a deck.
Bags all packed and ready to go, trying to get the kids out the front door. Just as we're about to leave, guess where I had left my keys? I'm
a button short of a cardi, a sandwich short of a picnic, a snack short of a barbie, a leg short of a chair, a pom-pom short of a beanie, a clown short of a circus, an olive short of a martini, a card short of a deck, a spiky doke short of a bike wheel, a pea short of a casserole, a few fries short of a happy meal, a few megs short of a gig.
Made some chai on the old gas stove, left the kids behind and away we drove. Not a problem, we'd soon be returning, except some idiot left the gas burning. Learned my lesson, didn't I then? The very next day I did it again.
These are a button short of a cardi, a sandwich short of a picnic, a snack short of a barbie, a leg short of a chair, a pom-pom short of a beanie, a clown short of a circus, an olive short of a martini, a card short of a deck, a spiky doke short of a bike wheel, a pea short of a casserole, a few fries short of a happy meal, a few megs short of a gig, a mullet short of a bogan, a spring short of a clock, a Brady short of a bunch, a sheep short of a flock. We're not the sharpest tools in the shed.
Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. We're Paisley and Plaid, and I'm Georgie.
I'm Steph.
I'm Alan.
I believe there's going to be some questions. We're excited to read your comments later. We'll go home and see if anyone's watching. Hopefully you're out there.
Thank you so much, folks. This has been absolutely brilliant today. I think we've had about 30 people watching so far, and of course more who will be watching later today once the recorded video goes up. Thank you so much for today. And you're right, there are some fantastic comments coming in
Nice.
from people. Louise McDonald said, "It must be odd performing and not hearing the response of the audience, but no, we're here and we're smiling away." Thank you, Paisley and
Great.
Plaid.
Hi, Louise.
Thank you, folks. And yeah,
Great.
just some really, really great feedback. Tell us a little bit about the Paisley and Plaid story. You said you started out as a duo and then became a trio. How long have you been together? What's that story?
Yeah, Georgie and I started singing together a while ago. I ran a choir that Georgie was in, and we got along fantastically and really enjoyed singing together. So we continued, and there was a previous incarnation known as Chai Pod, and then we decided to go a different direction, and we headed on down to a open stage night at the Newport Fiddle and Folk Club down the road, and looking actively for a third member, which is
That
where
was me.
Yes.
Alan saw
Alan
us.
presented
Couldn't resist it.
himself.
Yeah.
So irresistible.
And we've been singing together with the three of us for a few years now. What, 5 years?
Yeah, I think
something like that?
2014 we started.
Okay.
Yeah.
5, 6 years. Yeah.
Fantastic. You joked earlier that perhaps the name should have been Paisley Plaid and Corduroy.
Corduroy,
Is the
yes.
corduroy
Yeah.
your contribution?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. I'm not wearing corduroy today, but I often do.
Yeah, so the name came from just enjoying those, bringing different, like those different fabrics, different patterns, bringing two different things together.
Yeah.
And we just make all sorts of music together. We're inspired by everyday life things. We don't really have any particular soppy love songs. We like doing the quirky things. We're writing more stuff as we go, and yeah.
Fantastic.
It's really sad that there's a song that Georgie's written that we're still working on called Squeaky Wheel, and I can't wait till we're ready to show it to you. It's a cracker.
It's about shopping.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the trolley song.
Talking about everyday life and shopping and those kind of things, the sort of things that have changed pretty dramatically for us in the last little while, what has the current restrictions and COVID-19 situation meant for yourselves, both in your personal lives and as a musical act?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not able to rehearse as much, but we've still been working on things independently. I don't know, what about you guys? I still find inspiration, from things. I actually did start writing a song about isolation, so that might come out a bit later. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I normally mostly work from home anyway, so that hasn't been such a big change as it has been for a lot of people. But I'm involved in a lot of other musical groups too, and that's been really quite difficult. Steph and I both run choirs, and going to an online platform for a choir is radically different. And for me, it's been quite a struggle. But there has been some nice things come out of it too. People say, "Oh well, I can just sing at home and nobody's listening, so I feel freer now." People in the choir say that to me, so good things come out of it.
Yeah, and it's been invaluable to keep the connections between our choir members together. So I think that's the crucial thing. It's good to see them once a week and know that they're okay. And we've had a lot of fun doing that too. I also teach quite a lot of ukulele stuff online, and that's been very, very different, because I normally work with ensembles where it's really crucial that you can hear each other. You can't do that online, so it has to be a more instructional setup, and that's been quite different, and it's been a lot of work, but I've actually really loved it and will continue to teach online afterwards. So it's sort of expanded my skills, and I can reach people who have wanted to work with me for years, but they're on the wrong side of town. Some of them are interstate. So that's been actually kind of delightful.
Fantastic. It's interesting. I was talking to someone the other day who was saying that as much as it's created a bunch of challenges for the things that we do, people working in the arts are possibly in a better place to respond to some of these things because of that sense of creativity, of being able to look at problems and see really creative solutions and make the most out of those. So, thank you so much for being here today and for kind of bringing that. I know you were saying earlier that you really haven't had much of an opportunity to rehearse, but it's sounding phenomenal today.
Thank you.
And it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
I'm just going to check the comments really quickly.
And can I plug Fridays?
Please.
The City of Wyndham.
Fridays just as a concept, or?
Yeah,
Just
Fridays are just...
We're strong
Friday's a great
believers in
day.
Fridays.
Actually, I'm not sure that I can tell a Friday from a Thursday or a Wednesday right now. But on Fridays, the Wyndham City are putting on 2:00 free online ukulele lessons run by me. So please jump on the Wyndham Together website and you'll get the details of how to sign up for that. And it's really fun. Yeah.
Now, we do have a couple of people in the comments calling for an encore. I don't know. I know that I'm putting you on the spot by asking that. Would you have anything that you'd like to play us out with today, or?
I don't know. We hadn't quite... Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Haven't quite prepared beyond...
Before we...
Yeah, we
before
could do on the line.
Yep, that's okay. Before we go then today, just one question that I've been asking everyone who's come on to Ghostlight for us is, what would be your message to the other artists out there who might be watching, other creative people in our community? What's some advice or some support or something that you'd like to say to any of those people who might be watching along with the live stream today?
I can answer that. I would encourage you really strongly to draw on the creativity that you have, to figure out how to adapt rather than cancel, and see the opportunities. So for me, what I'm finding with teaching online is that it's been fantastic to draw on skills I didn't realise I actually already had and adapt them, and I've actually flourished and am doing really well in it. And the internet allows you to do things that you can't do in person. So it's not just that you can't do what you normally do in person, but you actually have an opportunity to use a whole different set of constraints and tools. So try and look at the possibilities rather than what you're losing at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'd say, if it all seems too hard, just start with something really small. Just the tiniest little thing. Just do one little thing and look back and say what worked, what didn't work, and then you might move on to the next thing. If you try and do it all at once and be fantastic right from the word go, it's probably not going to happen. But just little steps.
And I think with being creative people, it's really important to keep creating. Don't stop, because you can start to go a bit crazy. Even like what Alan said, just even if it's just a little bit, it'll make a big difference to your day if you do keep creating something.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
Steph, Georgie, Alan, thank you so much for your time today, and thank you for joining us today by Ghostlight. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so
Thanks
much
so
for
much
having
for having
us.
us.
Thanks, everyone.
This has been fantastic.
So good to get out of the house.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for Ghostlight. To find out about upcoming Ghostlight performances, please follow Wyndham Cultural Centre on Facebook and Instagram. Like to perform? Get in touch. We'd love to hear from you.